dealing with digital teaching and learning, how it can be done. Here in this presentation,
सर आवाज ब्रेक हो रही है.
is it okay? I will wait one more time. 1 minute, one more time.
Not required, sir. You continue.
Okay. Okay, friends. In this today presentation, I will be giving some tips in PowerPoint presentation and how to record narrations in PowerPoint presentation and how to create video lessons, how to create. Okay, now before I go for that, I think all of you will be doing your PowerPoint presentation. Let me give you some tips in the PowerPoint presentation. There is a golden rule in PowerPoint presentation. It is called 7x7x7. All of you may be knowing it. It is called 7x7x7. What is the meaning of it? You should not have a maximum. Actually, this is only a rule which you have to follow. You should have only maximum 7 slides. And in every slide, there should be only maximum 7 items. Normally, what really happening is all of us will be copying something and putting everything in a slide so that it will contain a lot of text. Please try to avoid it, because whenever you are reading the first line, the child will be reading the third line or the fourth line. There will be any kind of synchronization with you and all. Not only that, remember that there is a famous study which it tells that the children are having concentration span. The concentration span for the children are very, very less. Within 5 to 10 minutes, they will get totally diverted. For whenever you are preparing a PowerPoint presentation, don't try to have many ideas inside a PowerPoint presentation, inside a slide. Okay. Now another interesting thing which you have to know is, we are always taking a slide of so many slide options are there, themes are there, but always take the blank one, because whenever you are taking any colorful one and having any figure in the backside and all, remember, it may be highly interesting or it may be highly colorful or it may be highly attractive in your laptop or in your computer, but the person who is seeing it, you know that he may be using anything. He may be using a normal monitor, or maybe he may be using iPad, or he may be using his mobile and all. Therefore, resolution actually varies. For always take the background as white, and all of you will know that, sir, I am taking a background or any other color and text as white. That also is not that much advisable. Always have the background as white, and so that whatever the ideas you are putting, the children can see it very clearly. And even in the classroom, whenever you are using it in the LCD projector also, remember, whenever you are not using the background color as not as white, the person who are sitting in the back, it will not be possible for them to follow. And all of you know that already I was talking about your span, that is their concentration span. Remember, whenever you are starting any topic, the child will decide within 2 minutes whether to continue it or not. You will be continuing the whole class, but the child who is sitting in the class, he will decide whether to continue to listen or not. Suppose if he decide that I am not able to see whatever is there on the screen, I am not able to concentrate what is coming on the screen, definitely his concentration span will go, and he will definitely leave. Your distance will be more from the children. Okay. Now, whenever you are putting some diagrams in it, all of you know how to put diagrams in it. But whenever you want to put any diagrams from that textbook which you are having, suppose if you are having any textbook, I have taken one textbook. Or if you want to give any diagram in the PPT, I think always better use this edit. Go to this, take a snapshot, and take a snapshot of it. I'm just taking it at random. Come back to your PPT and then paste it. Okay. This is a one way of making it highly colorful. All of you know that, suppose if you are not able to copy it, if you are not having this tool, that is take a snapshot tool, if it is not working, then the other way of using it is print screen. So you can press the print screen which is on your keyboard, and you can come back and you can paste it. The whole, whatever you saw it on the whole page has come. Then after that, whatever is not required, you click it. Suppose all of you know that when I come out of this, in this menu bar you are not seeing formatting. File, home, insert, design and so on, it goes only up to Acrobat. Suppose when I click it, format opens. I repeat once again, when I click it, format opens, in which cropping is there. Take the crop, whichever is not required, cut it. This is one way of making your PowerPoint presentation highly attractive, so that whatever the figure or whatever the material you are getting it in PDF, you can convert it into your PowerPoint presentation. Then another interesting thing in PowerPoint presentation I have seen, some teachers they are not using the animations properly. Please try to use the animations properly. Whenever you are using the animation only, that you can make that PowerPoint presentation highly effective. Suppose you will ask a question, wait for it, let the child ask or let the child think about it, then you reveal the answer by the next one. All of you know that this animation, when you click it, this animation pan will open. You can have a lot of animations. Suppose I give the animation floating. Here again I am clicking, I am giving split. Here I am clicking it, I am giving wipe. It is left to you, but don't give a very zigzag type of animations. And whenever you are having this animation pan, is always helpful to you to arrange it. Whether by mistake, this I want it to be third, this I want it to be second, I can do this exchange that places. Okay. Now this is the way how to use the PowerPoint presentation. I repeat whatever the tips I gave you. In the PowerPoint presentation, always remember 7x7. Don't use more than 7 sentences in a particular slide, and don't think of having a very big PowerPoint presentation more than 7 slides. In the slide also, please use the background as white. Don't try to have any color background, so that it is not this not will be attractive for the children to read whatever you have written there. And whenever you want to copy anything from PDF, you take the snapshot and do it. Okay. Now the next one, you see I have made a PowerPoint presentation, and I am going to give you this PowerPoint presentation in the classroom. I am going on teaching. I am going on from the first one. I am making it as I am clicking, and it goes to the next step. I am clicking, it goes to the next step, and so on. Okay, now this is one way of taking the class. Okay, now this PowerPoint presentation is giving you one more option called you can record your narration. What is the meaning of it? Suppose you have made a very small presentation where you want to explain something to the children. Yeah, I mean, I see whenever I am taking the class, I can explain. That is entirely different. But you want to give the explanation in your words or in your voice, and so that the child can use it after your class is over. Suppose they want to do it, repeat it. Okay. Therefore, now this PowerPoint presentation is giving one option to record your narration. What you can do is you make the PowerPoint presentation, and then you can do recording on the PowerPoint presentation. But remember, this is a PowerPoint presentation I have made. If I do recording on this, then a PowerPoint presentation with the narrations will be saved. The original PowerPoint presentation without narration will not be there. For whenever you want to retain both of them, you take a copy of it. All of you know that you know how to take a replica of same thing. Save as करके जो कर लीजिए, where it is very easy. Therefore, whenever you are making one PowerPoint presentation, keep it aside, take a copy of it, and do narration on that. Why I am telling? You want both of them to be used in the classroom. The PowerPoint presentation you will use in teaching. This PowerPoint presentation with the narration, you will supply it to the children for revision. Suppose in the class this over, the child can take it once again, they can have a revision of it. Whenever, remember, if it is with a kind of explanation by you, definitely its value will be more. Because whenever I am reading something, I can't understand. But suppose if I read, but on the background somebody is explaining the concept, it will be very easy for you. Okay, now I am going for it. This option is available in all the versions of Office. I know that I think most of you may be using Office 10 or Office 13, Office 16 and so on. Some of you may be using Office 365 also. For this narration facility, is available in all the versions of MS Office. Okay, before you start the narration, be careful. Check whether your computer is capable of recording your voice. That is very, very important. If you are having a laptop, no need to worry, because laptops normally will have the microphone embedded in it. Now I am teaching through one laptop with you, where I am not worried about it because it is embedded. Now how to check it? I will just tell you how you have to check it. Go to this settings. This is a way to check it before you start it. Go to these settings. I think I am using Windows 10. In Windows 7 also the same type of settings will be there. Okay. Now here you are having the system, display, sound, notification and power. You have to click the system and one display will come. Here you see in the sound, I am just clicking the sound. Here there are two type of sound are there. One is output. Output, all of you know. What I am talking now you are hearing, that is the output. Now one more will be there called input. Whatever I am talking, the microphone is being capturing it. Okay, you see now this is running, which means that my microphone is working nice. You check out whether your laptop, this microphone is working properly. And suppose if you are having a desktop, you can have an external microphone also, but better choose a nice microphone which will be helpful to you. Okay, some of you may be interested to know how to check whether your microphone is working. Go to this settings, go to this V. I think all of you know that it will be in alphabetical order. Therefore, go to this V. In that there will be called voice recorder. All of you are able to see, I hope. There will be one link called voice recorder. It will be there in Windows 7 also. It is available in Windows 10 also. The only thing is the icon will change. Click this voice recorder. One window will open with a microphone. Suppose on the left hand side you are seeing a mic over here. You click it. Suppose whenever you are talking with getting enlarged, suppose then only the meaning is your recording is being done. And you can hear whether the recording is being done also. You are using this voice recorder. You please check whether your computer, the laptop or the desktop which you are using is having the facility of recording whatever your voice. Otherwise, please check it out. There may be some problem with the drivers also. Suppose let me assume that your computer or laptop is able to record. I am starting the recording now. Remember, before you start the recording, please mentally be prepared what you have to talk and what are the content inside whatever you want to talk with the children. Or please talk in a very low voice or any धीरे धीरे बात कर लीजिए because you are going to deal with primary children. Okay, well, very simple. Okay, the children will be very happy to hear your voice, I hope. Okay, now in that, on the top, all of you know what are the menu bar. You might have been used to design, you might have used insert, you might have used. Now go to this slideshow. I think this most of you might have used to do from the beginning. I think today morning one of your teacher, whenever to start the PowerPoint presentation, she used this from beginning only. I think she was using it. Okay, anyway, PowerPoint presentation can be stopped in 3 ways. Started can be stopped in 3 ways. Okay, now here you are having record slideshow. All of you are seeing it. It is with the red color. Record slideshow. Click it. It will ask two options: record from current slide, record from beginning. Now whenever you are recording any PowerPoint presentation, you want to record it, it is always advisable to do the recording in every slide. First slide you do the recording, then stop it, then go to the second slide and do the recording. This is only advisable. Now suppose if you are very thorough, there are 10 slides, you told that sir I want to do the recording continuously, no problem, you can do the recording continuously, there won't be any issue. But it's always advisable to do the recording every slide one after the other and check the recording whether it has done perfectly alright, then move further. Okay, now you see there are two options: record from the current slide, record from the beginning. Now whenever I am in the slide number 1, record from current slide, and record from beginning are one at the same, because I am in the slide number 1. Suppose I am in slide number 2. Suppose I am in slide number 2, for example. If I go to this recording, this having meaning. Record from current slide means it will start record from the second. Record from beginning means it will start from the first. Suppose I will go to the third slide now. I am just explaining to you. Here when I use this record slide, record from current slide means it will start recording from the third. Record from beginning means it will start from the first. Okay, it is very simple to you. Okay, now let me start from the beginning. It is very simple. You have to simply start the recording and go on talking it. And remember that you have to, if you have given animations, please check out the animations are coming, and after the animation comes you are explaining, and after the next animation you are explaining. Please have a kind of synchronization with the way the animation comes, the way you talk. Okay, both will be automatically synchronized. Don't worry. Now let me start the recording now. Both are one at the same in the first slide. Whether it is record from the current slide or record from the beginning, both are one at the same. Let me click any one of it. It will ask you two options, slide and animation timings. I told you, whenever you are using it, if you have given animations, you have to press enter so that the next animation comes. Automatically you talk. When the animation comes, when you talk, both of them will be automatically synchronized by this MS Office. The narration, ink and laser point, all of you know that this option is available in PowerPoint presentation. Whenever you are taking a PowerPoint presentation, you can underline it, you can circle it. Suppose if you are having a touch screen mobile laptop, then no need for going for that laser point and ink, no need to activate it. Automatically you can do it. Suppose both of them, if you want it, you can take it. Click. Okay, now I will start recording now. When you click this start recording, remember this will go to the mode of PowerPoint presentation. You know what is the meaning of PowerPoint presentation? It will come in the full screen and automatically the recording starts. Okay, now I am clicking the start recording. Now you see recording has already started. I will show this recording to you. There are two counters are there running. 9, 10, 10, 10 it is running. The left side counter is the counter for this particular slide. The right side counter is for the total PowerPoint presentation. Now you can understand what I am talking about. If the first one is having 1 minute, second one is having 2 minutes, third one is having 3 minutes, then this will totally, when you go to the third one, it will give it as a consolidated how many minutes you have recorded. Now let me do the recording for this. I am starting. Press enter and then go on talk. That's all, very simple. First spell in service course 2020-21 for primary teachers, Mumbai region. Digital teaching and learning session presented by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Max, KVS at Mumbai. Okay, now after this recording is over, you have to press escape. If you press escape, the meaning is the recording of this first slide is over. The recording of the first slide is over. Okay, now you are seeing one symbol over here. Previously it was not there, you see. In the second slide, the symbol is not there. In the first slide, you are seeing a symbol of speaker. The meaning is it has been embedded. And one more caution I am giving you. Whenever you are doing narration, automatically the size of the file will increase. I think no need to tell you, because you are now embedding a video file into an PowerPoint presentation. Now remember, this you can play it and check. Now you see recording has already started. I will show this recording to you. There are two counters are there running. 9, 10, 10, 10 it is running. The left side counter is the counter for this particular slide. The right side counter is... Okay, now all my recording I am able to hear now. I am stopping it. I am stopping it. I think all of you might have also heard whatever the recording which I have done. Whatever I talked before and after also it has got recorded. Okay, no problem. Now suppose if you don't want this recording, suppose by mistake you got some cough in between, just I got now. Suppose if you are you want to explain it more effectively, then it's very simple. Click it and then delete it. Simply it will get deleted. Simple. Now again you have to do the recording. Okay. Now let me tell you how actually it runs. Actually there are two ways of doing it. Automatically it will run for the child, and while saving you can tell that the child has to press enter, then only the next one will come. There are two options are there. but you decide that which option you have to give it to the child. It will come just like one presentation it will run. For example, let me do this recording here and I will show you. In this session, I will give you tips in PowerPoint presentation, creating video lessons, and recording narrations in PowerPoint presentation. You see, now I have simply recorded very simply. Now you see, whenever I run it, in this session, I will give you tips in PowerPoint presentation, creating video lessons, and recording narrations in PowerPoint. That's all. Very simple. Automatically it goes. I have not pressed anything here. I have not pressed anything over here. It automatically run with my narrations. But always remember, this only thing which you have to be very careful is, whenever you are moving from one slide to the other slide, just give some gap of 2 or 3 seconds and then press enter. For example, I have explained this creating video lessons. I will explain it, give you a pause, then go to the next one. Because what will happen is, when you are just doing it, your voice may get cut. Okay, this is the way to just make a PowerPoint presentation more effective with your explanations. Remember how the child will love it whenever you are giving a PowerPoint presentation with less words and more explanations. Okay, well, I think this is highly interesting thing. Okay, now you see another option this MS Office is giving, that whatever you have done the narration now, you remember that whenever you are having some kind of animations and narrations are also there. Now sound has come, then movement has come. Can we think about that? Can we convert it into a video? Yes. This PowerPoint presentation with the narration can be converted into a video. Now you see how it will be highly helpful to the children, because remember, whenever it is a PowerPoint presentation with the narration, it will be highly bulky. Definitely it may have some, maybe for example, if I do it for 15 to 20 minutes, it may be around some 200 to 300 MB. Now you have to send this 300 MB file to the children. They have to download it, they have to see it. Suppose if you convert it into a video, same thing it will run. Whatever you have talked, whatever the animation come, everything will be in the form of a video. Then that video you can upload it into the YouTube and you can share it with the children very nicely. So simply they will click the link and they can enjoy it. But remember, this video conversion is not available in all the MS Office versions. It is available only from versions of Office 2010. Please check your version. Okay, now I think I have made one animations over here. One narration over here. Now I want to convert it into a video. Very simple. After all your narration is over, go to this file. You know how to save it and all. You go to this export. Here there is one option called create video. This is available only of MS Office 2010 and the later version. Please check your MS Office version, because whatever you are using, I am not sure about it. We'll quickly create a video. Create video. Then you see there are options are there. Full HD. I will just see what are the options. Ultra HD, Full HD, HD and Standard. I think better to go for Standard, because Ultra HD will be largest file, Full HD will be large file, HD will be medium file, and Standard will be the smallest file. For I think you know that always we want the video to be very small, so that you can share it very quickly. Now use recording times and narration. You know that whatever you have talked, automatically it should come along with the animations. Then simply create the video and the video will be totally created. Okay, now another way of doing it is, all of you know that, go to this file, go to this save as, and you take any folder which you want to save it. And this is only for those who are not able to have that export one. This PowerPoint presentation can be converted into anything as per your convenience. It may be PDF, it may be a PowerPoint presentation and all. Here you check out whether you are having this MP4, MPEG4 video. MP4, I think I am having Windows Office 2016, therefore I am having that option. Windows Media Video, I think this may be available in Office 2010. Windows Media sorry, media video, sorry, Windows Media Video, WMV, and this is also a video file. But remember, if you want to show it to the children through their mobile and all, the MP4 is the better option. This .wmv can be converted into MP4. There are converters available in the net. Okay, well, now some of you may be asking me, sir, you have told me only to convert a PowerPoint presentation into video, but I want to show something to the children. I want to record it. For that recording, it is called screen capture. It is called screen capture recording. But remember, there are so many options available for screen capture. Whatever the class you are taking, you can capture it. Whatever, suppose in the house also, you can prepare one video using the screen capture. I will show you one screen capture are available both offline and online. I will show you one online one. You can note down. It is a PowerSoft online free screen recorder. You are seeing it. I think so many are there. I'm not. You please explore and select whichever is convenient to you. Some of you are telling that Camcasta. Somebody will be telling that Bandit. Somebody will tell that Ice Cream. So many are there. So many screen captures are there. It is plenty. But always remember, whenever you are going for any free screen capture, most of them are having some restrictions. What are the restrictions? They will tell that you cannot do the recording for more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. Then the free version will have a trial period. You can have only for 15 days. You can have it for only 20 days, like that. But now this apowersoft.com, it is totally... Hello? Okay. This apowersoft.com is totally free. But the only thing which you have to remember is, it is a online screen recorder. What is the meaning of it? You can do the recording only online. You have to simply start recording. I think please play around it. Can I continue? Okay. You have to simply click this start recording. One executive file will download and you can start the recording. Okay. But remember, the only problem with this is it is totally online. Therefore, your internet connection should be totally good, so that whenever you are doing the recording, there should not be any disturbance in your recording. Therefore, it should be totally that speed of your internet should be totally good. Okay, well, this is a simple one and it is not having any side effects. That is why I am telling you that apowersoft.com free online screen record. Okay, I am just closing it. Okay, that is one more screen recorder, that is OBS. I will just show you that OBS also. Okay. Okay. Now you can note down this. This is actually very interesting broadcaster software being used by now IIT Bombay is using it quite extensively. For whenever I had a talk with some of them, they are telling that this is a better one. Okay, normally you know that all of us will be browsing for so many software. Then we will stick to one software which will be very good up to a certain period of time. Okay. Now this open broadcaster software is a totally a free open source software. Very clearly written. Free open source software. You see, they written there. Free open source software. What is the meaning? You can download it, no need to pay anything. Okay, that is number one. Number two, this is a offline software. What is the meaning of it? Download it, do the recording, no need to connect it with the net. Suppose whenever you are having any free time in your house, you can do the recording. Do the recording for the children, you can make videos for the children, no need to wait for the net. Okay, then number three, I think I was discussing about the timings. That is, some of the broadcaster software, they are some of the broadcaster software, they are giving only a particular time for you, only 10 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. But this OBS Studio, you can do the recording for 300 minutes continuously. I think no, don't get shocked. You can do the recording for 300 minutes. I think we won't do it for 5 hours continuously, I hope. Okay, now simply download this OBS Studio, and how to do the recording I will show you now. Okay, this is the OBS Studio I have opened now. This is the OBS Studio I have opened. Remember, you are always seeing only black color, don't get confused with that. Okay, now here there are so many options are there. Please play around and then find out what are the options you can talk about. Okay, remember this OBS is going to run in the background. What I am talking about running in the background, you start the OBS, minimize it, whatever you want to explain to the children, whether it may be a PowerPoint presentation, you want to show any worksheet, or you want to do any kind of animations, you want to write something and show it to the children, everything you can record. This OBS will be running in the background. Okay, therefore no need to open this OBS and again click this start recording, stop recording, start recording, stop recording. No need to do it. Normally you know that whenever I am doing it, this screen also will get recorded. Therefore this OBS is giving you certain option called hotkeys. I think the name itself is highly interesting. It is called hotkeys. Normally we will call shortcut keys we will normally call, but it is called hotkeys. Now you see here in my OBS, I have fixed control 1 for starting, control 2 for stopping, control 3 for pause recording, and control 4 for unpause recording. It is left to you. You can select your own manpasand shortcuts so that this OBS, whenever I am using it, automatically it will no problem in that. Okay, well, now let me tell you that how you have to start about it. Okay, I am just closing this. Fix that hotkeys in the beginning. Otherwise, you have to come back to this window again and again to start it, to stop it, to pass it, and so on. Okay, therefore, better if you have the hotkeys. It is highly interesting. Okay, now I am going to this. I think audio is not clear. Somebody is telling. Is it audio is not clear? Audio not clear?
No, sir, it's clear.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Now, here what you have to do is you have to go to this display capture. I think normally remember whenever you are having any kind of screen capture software, it will give you two options. One is called display capture, another will be window capture. What is the difference? If you take the window capture, whatever you have opened, for example, you have opened one PDF, you have opened one PPT, then that will be captured. But if you take the display capture, whatever you are doing, suppose you are minimizing, you are maximizing, you are searching something, everything will get captured. Okay, now I will take this display capture. I think some name it is giving, I am clicking OK. And whenever you are getting this infinity number of frames, don't get confused. I think all of you think that sorry, going up to infinity. Remember, whenever the screen comes means your OBS is working nicely. Simply click OK. Now this OBS is ready for recording. Now already told you, I think I repeat once again, you can start the recording by simply clicking this start recording. Here there is one option is there, but remember when you do it, immediately it will start recording, and you have to minimize it, you have to go there, you have to come here, like that you have to do. Is it okay now? Okay, well now what I will do is let me start recording it. I think you know that already I told you that what is my short key. It is control 1. What you can do is you can minimize it. Suppose I want to show something to the children in the net. Suppose I want to show some YouTube video or whatever, maybe I want to just show it to the children. Suppose I am having it creating course in Google Class, like that I want to just show it. You see, I want to show this to the children. I have to press control 1. Automatically the recording has started. You see, recording has started. Now I will whatever I talk also, this OBS will record, and whatever I am showing it on the screen also, it will record. It will record both of them. Okay, now I will stop it. I will just stop it. Control F2, I will just stop it. Okay, now where this recording will go? Now you see it has stopped recording. You see it has already stopped. Go to this file and show my recording. it will come with the date. I think today date is 3rd August. It will come now. It's 4th August. It has come over here. I'm opening it. Whatever I showed now, it is being recorded. Whatever I showed you, I think it is being recorded there. Now it is running now. Using all of you, very, very simple. You play around. It's not a big issue for you. You play around. Okay. Now this OBS is having some advantages. Please check out your system whether this OBS supports your system. It is the best software. Remember that all the recording being done by IIT Bombay and IIT Delhi, they have started using this OBS for recording. But anyway, now I will repeat once again. I have shown you that how to convert your narration recording into a video. Now suppose that converting into a video is not available in your MS Office. For example, you have the lower version of Office 97 or so. If you are not having it, screen capture is the better option. What you can do is start the screen capture and then start your PowerPoint presentation and then go on telling your narrations and all. And remember that this OBS will take all your narrations. It will take all your narrations also, and it will record whatever is on the screen also. Okay, well, okay, now suppose I think I have some 10 more minutes. I will just quickly finish it. Some of you may be having this I already told you that video how to create. Okay, now there may be some videos which are available in the net. I want to adopt it. I am not copying it. I will not use the word I am copying it. I am adopting it for the benefit of the children. Okay, now how to download it? There are so many downloaders are there in the net. Okay, now I will tell you a very easiest way of doing it. Okay, now this I have opened on YouTube. I think this is some class, what is that? I don't know. Some class 5th or something. Okay, class 5 Hindi, NCERT, CBSE. Anyway, whatever maybe I think that it is better one. Okay, I think I can run it and I can show it to the children. But remember, whenever I'm running it and showing to the children, okay, it will become totally offline, online. Okay. Now I am closing it. I will close it. Now, how to download it? This one for your use. I am giving you one shortcut. I think most of you may be knowing it. This is one shortcut where I am going to download it online. I think all of you know that. I think you will copy it. You will be having one YouTube downloader. But there is one issue with that YouTube downloader. If you have downloaded, you have taken a YouTube downloader which is totally free. Sometime it may get hanged also. Okay, anyway, very simple. Now this PowerPoint presentation is running. I will cut the sound. This video is running. I am running the video. Okay, now on the top you are seeing its address. In that address you remove www. Remove. I think you know that how to remove it. Just to simply darken it. You have to remove www. Then type SS. I repeat, remove www. And type SS and press enter. It will take you to the another website called nsaveform.net. I think it is going there. Okay. It is online video downloader. I repeat, in that address bar, remove www. 4 to be removed. Okay. 3W and 1 dot. Then after that you see now it has come now. You can take whatever you want, MP4 or whatever may be. Simply download. Depending on your the way you have taken, suppose you have taken a very big file, or it will take the timing. I think it has now take only 5 seconds to get downloaded. Now it has got downloaded over here. All of you know that where it will go. It will go to your download folder. It has come. It has come now. I think I don't know, class 5 Hindi, NCERT. Now it has come now. Remember that now it was a online video. Now it has become a offline video for you. There no need for going to the YouTube and all. Okay. Now another interesting thing about these videos is there is I already told you there is a golden rule for creating PowerPoint presentations. There is one more rule for creating videos also. What is the rule? Again, the rule depends on the concentration span of everybody. Don't try to make a video which is more than 10 minutes or maximum 12 minutes. Always try to make the videos which are very very small, from 10 minutes to 12 minutes. Now all of you may ask me, sir, I saw one video in the net which is running to 40 minutes. I think this video which I took it, I don't know what is the timing. I think I took a very small video, maybe class 5. I don't know what. Okay, it is 16 minutes only. Okay, well, suppose all of you might have taken a video which is very lengthy. Suppose it is goes beyond some 40 minutes or so. Now you want to cut that video into parts and you want to give it to the children. Okay, you know that we cannot teach all of them in the same class. We will teach them only a part of it and we will tell them tomorrow we will continue, tomorrow we will continue. Okay, now for that also there are so many trimmers available in the net. There are so many trimmers available in the net, but I am going to give you a very interesting video editor which is totally free. You can note down, it is called OpenShot. I will do it very quickly. I think I have 5 more minutes. It is OpenShot. You can download it. It is totally free. No need to wait for anybody. And as I told you earlier, this video editor is being used by IITs and IIMs now to cut short the videos for the children. Because all of you know that today we are going for giving some material to the children. We cannot give the material as it is. We have to do some changes in that. We have to alter it. We have to stitch it. We have to put some flavors in it. These are the things which we want to do. Therefore, you can download this from openshot.org. Okay, I have downloaded it. I am showing you. This is the first page of this OpenShot. And very quickly I will tell you the video which I have taken. I will cut it into 2 pieces and I will tell you that how it can be done. Very quickly you can do. Okay, you see. At the bottom I will start from the top. You are having file, edit and so on. You know that. These are all some toolbars are given. Let us come back to it. Here at the bottom you are having some tracks. Are you seeing? At the bottom there are certain tracks. I think you are seeing that track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4 and so on. Okay. Now remember, whatever you are doing here, stitching, adding, that can be done only in the tracks. Okay. This is actually your workspace. You can call these tracks are your workspace where I want to do the work. Now these tracks can be removed also. Suppose actually by default you will have 5 tracks. These tracks can be removed also. Remove will be removed, and I can remove the track number 4 also and so on. Okay, if you want to remove this track 4 also, you can remove it, left to you. Okay, now let me show you that how cutting can be done. Cutting can be done in more than one way. Cutting can be done in more than one way, but some of you might have seen the scissor also. Bola hoga sir is going to use the scissor to cut it, but I am not going to use the scissors to cut it because it's highly dangerous. I am telling you in the beginning. Okay, because it will cut wherever you touch it. There's a big difficulty with that. Okay, well, now let me tell you that the easiest way to make a video into 2 or 3 pieces. Okay, what you do is, I think you can go to the file, you can new project you can have, and it will automatically save. Then yes, I will call yes. Then it will tell you that where you want to save the project. All of you know that this is a normal way of just starting one PowerPoint presentation or any PPT or anything. All of you know that you will be doing it. Okay, let me do it in the desktop. Let me save it. The project you can give the name to it also. Now I want to take one video which I already downloaded. Okay, now let me take one video which I already downloaded. This plus sign will take that import file. In the downloads already I had this class by Hindi. I am opening it. Simple, automatically it will come over here. It will get added up here. It has been added up here. I think all of you are seeing it. Okay, now you can preview it here. I think you see you can preview the file. It will run over here. This is the place where you can see the preview. You see you are seeing the preview. I am just closing it. I don't want to see the preview. Okay, now I want to cut this into 2 or 3 pieces. So many ways of doing it. You can bring it to the track and then you can do it. Or other way, right click it, because shortage of time, I will give you only one of it, and the remaining you please go for it. Split clip. There is one option. Split clip. Click it. Now it is asking you where to start, where to end, and what is the name you are giving, and simply create it. Very simple. You have to give the starting point, you have to give the end point, and you have to tell that where to start. For example, let me bring it over here. I will start it. Okay, I am starting over here, and I am bringing it somewhere here, and I am ending it, and I am giving the option as clip 1, and I am creating it. Please play around. You see, this clip 1 has come over here now, which means that whatever I have done, maybe I want only a part of it, it has come now. Now what should be done? I told you that whatever you have done, whether you have cut it or whether you have pasted it, whatever you have done, it has to come to the workspace. What is the workspace? The tracks are called workspaces. You right click it, add to timeline, or you can drag it also, no issue. Okay. You can drag it also to it. Okay, now I want it to be in track number 1. I want that to be in track number 1, and I am clicking OK. I will see whether it has come in track number 1. Yes, it has come in track number 1. It has come in track number 1, you see. It has come in track number 1. Anyway, it is left to you in any track you can have. I am having it in track number 1 now. What you have to do now is very simple. 1 minute. Okay. Click it, and then go to this red button. What is that red button? It is called export video. Whatever you have done, whether you have cut it or you have added it, then just simply export it. I don't want to waste much time in that. If I click that export, it will get exported in a place where you want. Okay, you please play around. It will take some time also, it depends. Okay, here I want to just to show you one thing. Video profile, you can check what type of resolution you want. Quality, once again, I think this quality we have already discussed in converting a PowerPoint presentation into video. I think I gave you that what we have to select. We have to normally better to select the low, because when you select the low only, the whatever the video you have made, it will occupy less space. It will occupy. Then simply you click the export video, and automatically it will get exported. There won't be any problem in that. Okay, now I will call it as clip 1, and I can export the video, and it will get 0% and so on. It will come, and it will go, and it will get created a video which you have. Another one I have told you that how to yes, I will cancel it. Okay, then how to download a video from the YouTube online. Then suppose if the video which you have downloaded, it is a very big one. Suppose if you feel that, sir, it is very big, I want to give it in small pieces to my child, you can use OpenShot. Therefore, I think with that my time is over. It is already 12:03. I think I want to hear from some of you. Suppose if you have any doubt, you can ask, or any other topic you want to just discuss, we'll discuss in future also.
Sir, hello sir.
Yes, please.
One doubt is,
Yes,
can
please.
we do it on mobile?
Yes, sir. Actually, this is only for desktops. You have to check out the apps. This is only for desktop. Whatever I am talking about, all are working in desktop.
Can we operate it on mobile?
For
My
mobile.
question is, can we do all this on mobile?
Yes, sir. I am repeating. You try it, because there are some recorders specially for mobiles. There are some recorders which are specially for mobiles. But the recorder which I am talking about is working in Windows. Okay. Now somebody is asking whether we can compress the video. This OpenShot is giving you the idea to compress the video also. You can compress the video. You can enhance your audio also. Suppose by mistake you have gave a small volume while you are explaining. Now this OpenShot will enhance the volume quality also. Please play around. OpenShot is a very good software which is totally open source. Any other question, please? I think,
Hello, sir.
Mr. Sunil Kumar.
Hello, sir. You shown how in OBS video,
Hmm.
sir. In OBS Studio, you have seen how to make video and how to capture. But sir, how to remove unwanted display from OBS?
Okay.
That
For
video,
that,
there is some
I have.
series, some sir.
No,
Type
no,
scene.
for that.
Sir, how to remove that, sir?
Okay. For that only I gave you that open shot video editor, na.
Acha, okay. We can remove from that only, na,
That's all.
sir?
You cut it. Whatever you don't want, you cut it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But
After cutting only we can record in that your software is
no,
recorded.
you see, in OBS, that is why I asked you. I gave you a suggestion to use the hotkeys. Remember what happened whenever you are coming to that window of that OBS, again start and stop, that also will get recorded. Suppose everything is ready, then you can simply press the hotkey so that OBS will do the recording in the background. And you can stop it also without opening that OBS. No need to open that OBS window. That is one advantage. Hotkey. I think this is available in all the screen captures. This is available in all the screen captures. But you see, there are plenty of screen capture software you explore. I found it is very interesting and user friendly and not creating any trouble for me in my computer. Therefore, I am recommending it.
Sir, can we use OBS in mobile, sir?
No, sir. It cannot be used. It is not available for mobile. It is available only for Mac. If you are having your mobile is having Mac, then it will work. I don't know about your mobile. If you are having Apple mobile, it works in Mac, it works in Windows, it works in Ubuntu, it works in Linux.
Hello, sir.
And sir, tablet, iPhone tablet, sir?
You find out because it is a Mac, na? What is the operating system?
Sir.
Mac. It is Mac mean it works very nicely.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Sunil Kumar.
Thank you, sir.
Mr.
Yes,
Sunil
sir.
Kumar.
Yes, sir. Screen capture recording is same to sir screen recorder which we are using in mobile, sir.
Same, sir. Same.
Yes, sir. We are
Remember,
using
no. That is why in the beginning, I think somebody is telling that A2Z screen recorder app is there. For mobile,
Yes,
there
sir.
are so many apps are there. Remember, I am telling you once again. You find out which app is highly user friendly for you, because there are certain apps or there are certain screen recorders which are giving you restrictions in your recording. You cannot do
Yes, sir.
recording for more than 10 minutes, and when you do the recording, the output format may not be MP4 like that. I don't know, because there are plenty of recorders. Somebody was telling about A2Z recorder, where so many recorders having so many names. I asked, I was telling you about that ice cream recorder also. I think most of them are using that also, but be careful. Don't use a cracked version. There may be a problem in your computer.
So, sir, we can use screen recorder in mobile, sir.
Definitely, there is a app is there, A2Z.
And for laptop, we can use sir screen capture recording, which you have
Definitely,
told us
sir,
OBS Studio.
for your desktop and laptop, the number of screen
Yes, sir.
recorders are plenty. You go to the Google and then type top 10 screen recorder, it will give you. You type top 20 screen recorder, it will give you. Top 100 screen recorders, it will give you. But remember, all the screen recorders may not be free. But this
Thank you, sir.
OBS is totally free.
Sir, even I want to ask something, sir.
Ambika madam, please.
Sir, when we use the screen audio recorder or the video recorder, do we also need the PDF version? Do we only need the PDF version, sir?
You need the PDF version, I can understand.
Sir, when I teach children to use video recorder, it says that you can only use it with the PDF.
Which recorder? Which recorder?
Sir, the recorder app in my mobile.
No, I don't know about it, madam, because I don't know the name of it also. But OBS has no restrictions. Whatever you are seeing, whatever you are showing on the screen, in your laptop screen, it will record.
Okay, sir.
Any other question, please? So that we can wind up. You can move on to the next session. I don't want to disturb the next session.
Okay, thank you, sir. Very useful session, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Santosh. Thank you. Thank you, Santosh.
I think all doubts have been cleared by you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
once
you,
again.
thank you.
I am here to give a vote of thanks. My name is Narahari Mukashi.
Narahari Mokashi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Srinivasan Mahalingam, sir. I express my vote of thanks to you, sir. Sir has focused on the following points: 7x7 formula to prepare 7 slides and 7 sentences in one slide. Then keep limited things in slide. Then sir has explained voice narration, less use of words and more explanation, a PowerPoint software, OBS software, YouTube video download, open short video editing. All these things you have explained us very nicely. I was reading the messages in the chat box. So all my colleagues have typed there. They said thank you to you. So on behalf of all my colleagues, the participants, I assure you that we will use this PowerPoint in our teaching process, and it will help the students to learn many things. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, friends. The main aim of having these type of sessions is to make your online teaching highly effective, and not only that, children also should get more benefit out of whatever the efforts you are putting. But actually, remember, whenever you are doing any work, you have to optimize it. What is the meaning of optimization? You have to maximize something and you have to minimize something. Both you have to do. That is actually a greater word in mathematics called optimization. And I hope that whatever the ideas you have got it, and you can maximize certain things and you can minimize certain things also, which will not be useful to the children. Thank you, friends. I sincerely thank our director, sir, and all the team of this primary teacher in service course for giving me a chance to express my views and all. Chetan, you want to tell something?
No, no, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.